Okay, so you've spent time creating different types of patterns, and now we're going to take it one step farther to what is really one of my favorite parts, and we're going to talk about how to create a repeat pattern. And so repeat patterns are usually used in things like wallpaper design or fabric design. And the idea of a repeat pattern is that it can be printed on another surface, like wallpaper or fabric, and line up over and over and over again. So I'm on this site, which is spoonflower.com, and this is actually a site where if you created a design that you were really into and wanted to get it printed on fabric, you could actually do that. But we're going to start out and we're just going to look at a couple designs first and then talk about some ideas of how do we actually start to create these fabric repeat designs. So I'm just going to click on this one. So this example here is to show us that this guy right in the center is really their main design, and then it's made so that it can be repeated over and over and over again. So what you can see is how things are going to change when we change the size of the fabric. So if we were going up to yardage, now it's going to shrink down, but it continues to go on, showing us the same pattern over and over again. Where if it's not done correctly, the pieces won't actually line up, and you would be able to see where a new piece was actually added on, which is something that we don't want to happen. So again, this might be your actual pattern drawing, and then we're going to learn how to make it so that it can continue to go on basically for forever. So one, this is a website that you can explore to get different pattern designs if you're feeling really stuck. As you move into your repeat pattern design, you can use one that you made in previous lessons, or you can start something completely new. So now we're just going to play for a little bit and say that we were going to design our own fabric. So we're going to go ahead and say that we're going to upload our fabric design. And now what I have to do is choose a file. And again, this is just going to be really playful because I want to show you some different buttons that you can go ahead and push. Okay, so I went ahead and uploaded my image. Now I'm going to confirm that I own this and hit upload file. Okay, so this original pattern, it's not very exciting. It's my signature. But maybe that's what you want. Maybe you want your name all over some fabric that you're creating. So we're going to play with different ways that we can arrange this so that it will continue to repeat. Because what we're seeing right up here is just little slips of my design coming down. So let me go ahead and change to, we're going to get more yardage. The reason I like to change to that is we can actually see it being repeated more times. So even if I say I want 4 yards, that's going to go ahead and change this. And so now we can see how it's adjusting, so you can see my name over and over again. And you can hit these different buttons and see a variety of ways that we might go ahead and do our name. So the mirror image suddenly makes this kind of fun design in the middle. So this is another tool that I really like to play with, just to potentially give you some other ideas and see what you may or may not like. And I also think it's pretty cool to know that you could go ahead and get your own design, if you love it, printed onto fabric or wallpaper. So you can see actually over here, there's fabric, wallpaper, or gift wrap that you can get things printed onto, which is pretty cool. So one, I just want you to take a little time exploring this site, looking through different patterns, seeing what you find interesting and making some notes of that in your sketchbook. And then you're going to move on to the next video, and we're going to learn how to specifically take a pattern that you design and turn it into a repeat pattern. So really learning how do fabric designers, wallpaper designers, or even gift wrap designers take their initial drawing and then turn it into something that can be used over and over and over again.